Hey, what's going on YouTube? Alright, so today what we're doing here is changing the brake pads out. This is on a Yamaha R6 2007, and I've already got this size changed already, so I'm gonna go ahead and swing on the other side and we'll get started.
Tracks.
Show you guys how to change out your brake pads. Now, I'm not a mechanic, so if you're not comfortable doing this, I advise you to check with your local mechanic and get them to do it for you. But in my case, I'm comfortable enough to do it, so I'm going to do it, and I'll show you how I did it. So the things you need, obviously you're going to need new brake pads, a set of gloves, tweezers would help, and a socket, and a ratchet. You need 12mm socket is what we use here. You need some sort of bin, of course, some brake cleaner. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is we're going to take out these two nuts here. I'm sure you can see it right there and right there. So I'll put my camera down and I'll show you after I'm done this. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and loosen these up. One, there's the other one. Alright, so carefully slide this out. I'm trying to scratch up your rims. Alright, so in here you want to see two cotter pins. You need your needle nose. And try to flip these around here. So right there is your cotter pin. I'm sure you can see it. And these two pins right there, there's two loops where my thumb is. Pull the pin out. That's one. Hold on to this, the pressure plate, that's two. With my thumb I'm holding on to the pressure plate so nothing pops out. And what you want to do is you want to slide that pin out that holds the brake pads and the pressure pad. Use your thumb and press it down while you slide that out. Alright. And that is your pressure plate. It's really filthy. We're going to wash that up later. Here are your old pads. Okay. So in the meantime, what I want to do is put everything aside. And what I like to do is cover up all my rims here, like so. I'm running out of brake cleaner. So I like to give that a quick blast. Go ahead and grab a rag. Everything that's broken down, give it a quick wipe. See, it's really filthy in there, all the brake dust. So the second part of cleaning is, what I like to do is use the pressure plates, the cotter pins, and the brake pins away from my bike. I like to Just give everything a quick spray down. Alright, so after cleaning it up, you can see it's pretty shiny now. There's that pressure plate. I gave it a nice quick clean, wiped off all that brake dust. Now if you notice, I'm not sure if you can see it here, there's a little arrow it's pointing upwards. That's the way the plate needs to be situated later. Okay, so make sure you keep that in mind. The pin's clean. I got my cotter pins ready here. There's 2 little cotter pins ready, I'll put it aside. And then now, this is the part where we had to put the brake pads back together. There's 4 pistons in there. You kind of want to just give it a quick little squeeze to make sure it's spaced out properly, because you're going to need that extra room later to put your brake pads back in. Alright, so here are my new brake pads. I'll bust these open. Okay, so new pads. Now, what you want to do is put one pad in first, okay, like so. This part is a little bit tricky, but I kind of like to put my finger in between them, holding the top one while gravity holds on to the one that just fell. Here. Okay, like that. Make sure you keep the arrow upwards. Put that pressure plate back in, kind of hold it in place. Okay, holding it with your thumb, and then use that main pin, slide through the brake pads. Push on the gold plate down a little bit to get through that loop. Now you can see it goes pad, gold pin, and a pad, or gold plate, sorry. Give it a quick push down, just to slide it through, just like so. Okay, so now it's holding on its own. Take your cotter pin, push it through that hole right there that's connected to the main pin. 2 of them. Make sure there's none. Tuck your cotter pins back in. I like to do that, just rotate it upwards so it doesn't follow. Not that it's going to follow anyway. Now you gotta spread the brake pads over the rotor, and then slide it back in place like so. And just hold it in there. Make sure you don't use your tools, because you don't want any cross threading when you're screwing these back in. Use it by your hands. That's one. You just use your hands at first. Don't use any tools. Alright, so it looks like it's biting there. And get your ratchet. I'm going to put it in somewhat tight first, and then I'm going to go back later and torque all of these to a specific torque there. So that's pretty much it. That's how you install new brake pads. Hopefully this helped you guys out. And so please subscribe and like. I'll talk to you guys later. Actually, on a side note, after you installed everything, make sure you, I don't know, just ride down your street or something, and not so quick. I mean, enough for your rear brakes to slow you down and stop you, right? But just test out your brakes, make sure everything is in place, no rattling, no weird sound coming out of them, and make sure everything's installed properly before you hit the highways or the main roads. The last thing you want is you expect your brakes to be properly done, and the next thing you know, you can't stop, right? You don't want that. So that's my only recommendation. Not that there's a problem, but at least it gives you a peace of mind that you've done it correctly. I'll go back and torque these later. But in the meantime, think we're okay. And what I like to do is just go back and give everything a quick wipe down since I'm here. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Brake pads are done. Put your tools away. And that's it. Alright, thanks for checking out my channel. I'll talk to you guys later.